The Fisherman and the Storm Within. Taro wasn't your average fisherman. Sure, he knew his nets and tides like the back of his hand, but his mind was a stormy sea of its own. Every morning he'd cast his line, his heart pounding with a mix of hope and dread. Will the catch be good enough? What if there's a storm? Can I pay the bills this month? His thoughts were like a never-ending reel, playing the same old scary movie in his head. One day, a wizened old monk with eyes as deep as the ocean watched Taro's anxious dance. "Your hands are strong, son," the monk began, his voice as smooth as the sea after a storm. "But your mind is a tempest." Taro nodded, his face a mirror of his internal chaos. "I try to stop it, but the thoughts just keep coming," he confessed. The monk smiled, a knowing glint in his eye. "Let me tell you a tale," he said. "Once a fisherman caught a golden fish. Instead of celebrating, he worried about cooking it. Would it be soup or steak? What if his guests didn't like it? By the time he decided, the fish was as cold as the ocean." Taro's eyes widened. He saw himself in that fisherman, so caught up in the what-ifs, he was missing the beauty of the what-is. "Your mind is like a wild monkey swinging from branch to branch," the monk continued. "But with practice, you can teach it to sit still. Focus on the feel of the line, the tug of the fish. Live in this moment, not the next." With newfound determination, Taro returned to the sea. He closed his eyes, feeling the sun on his skin, the wind in his hair. Each cast was a meditation, a dance with the present. Slowly, the storm within began to calm. There were still waves, of course, worries about the weather, the market, but they no longer consumed him. He was learning to surf them, not drown in them. Word of Taro's peaceful demeanor and bountiful catches spread like wildfire. People came from far and wide seeking his secret. He shared the monk's wisdom, not as a guru, but as a fellow traveler on this journey called life. Together they formed a community, a support system. They laughed together, cried together, and most importantly, learned together. They discovered that the greatest storms were often within, and the calmest seas were found in the heart. Taro's journey wasn't always smooth sailing. There were days when the old fears crept back, like fog on a clear morning. But he had tools now, mindfulness, community, and a deep-rooted belief in himself. He would weather the storm, find his anchor, and emerge stronger on the other side. Because in the end, it wasn't about catching the biggest fish. It was about finding peace in the heart of the storm.